So what can we do? Educate ourselves and others on how ADHD affects women differently and make sure we're getting the support we need. Here's what we know. ADHD in women is typically more severe than it looks. Symptoms are external manifestations of internal struggles. So if we have a primarily inattentive presentation and we're taught to mask our struggles, we're not going to look as ADHD as we actually are. And this isn't just true for women. Anyone who's faced strong social and cultural pressures to be good is likely to mask and internalize their ADHD symptoms. And this is true for autism as well. We may minimize how much we're struggling. According to research, women tend to underreport their symptoms, while men tend to overreport. And if we've developed comorbid anxiety or depression or other mental health conditions, those are likely to be more obvious than our ADHD. Because of this, we're more likely to self-diagnose, aka be the first to recognize that we might have ADHD, and we might be more afraid to go to the doctor to get checked out, especially if we've been dismissed or misdiagnosed before. This is why I recommend going to doctors who specialize in ADHD or who are really familiar with it. And remember that whether it's ADHD or it does turn out to be something else, if you're struggling, there's a reason you're struggling. Our struggles being invisible to others doesn't mean they're imaginary. Also, it's just as important to get the support we need. While our struggles might not be as obviously problematic in the short term, maybe we're doing well in school, maybe we're not getting in trouble a lot, the long-term issues women with ADHD face are significant, like self-medicating, which can lead to addiction, or eating disorders, STIs or unplanned pregnancies. Chronic pain is common in women with ADHD. The longer we go without getting the support we need, the longer we have to figure out how to cope on our own. And those coping mechanisms aren't always going to be healthy. And the longer we go without understanding why we're struggling, the more dysfunctional beliefs we develop about ourselves and our abilities. Often, by the time our struggles are obviously problematic to others, our core beliefs about ourselves have already formed. This was true for me, and I am still undoing the damage. My terrible self-esteem set me up for abusive relationships. My difficulties fitting in created social anxiety. I'm still learning how to make friends. My symptoms might not have seemed like a big deal at the time, but the impact that they have had on my life long-term absolutely was. And again, hormones impact our symptoms. Anyone who menstruates has regular hormone fluctuations that affect our ADHD. In addition to needing extra support during big transitions, it's good to be mindful of how our symptoms are affecting us at different points in our cycle and talk to our doctor about options. Some people might benefit from different doses of medication at different times of the month. Honestly, no one should have to go through life blaming themselves for how their brain works, period.